Back with Bobby and JJ Radio. We have a second-time offender, Mr. Drue, Placette. We'll get it. Dale Bracey also here for the first time. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us today.
Yeah.
I know you guys started the DoLab in Geekdom, which allows makers to come in and learn by doing. That's the point of the DoLab. But talk a little bit more about it. Explain to everyone what DoLab really is. Dale.
Dale, you do this. You do a better job.
You want me to start?
Sure.
So what it is currently is more of a free space for Geekdom members to just kind of come and tinker around with anything they want to do. It's not really necessarily a maker space, but there's a lot of maker aspects to it. There's some 3D printers, laser engraver, and stuff like that in there. There's some tools if you need to, say, work on you broke your phone and you want to replace the screen. So there's some tools in there that you can come borrow. You lost your charger, come borrow a charger. It's kind of like a help desk for the community in there. There's a lot of, if you're a startup and you want to go do, say, a event, or go to a trade show or something, and you want to make some t-shirts real quick or have some swag or some vinyl stickers with your logo on it, you can come and use the vinyl cutter, use the t-shirt press, and do a 10 or 20 shirt run for your crew that's going to be at the booth.
Sure.
So it's a support system for the community.
Right.
So that's kind of the demo and what we started with a future goal of being a larger system that would eventually turn into for lack of a better term, a geekdom for manufacturing and IoT
devices
type services. So
sure.
if you are a company that manufactures parts or machines or robots or whatever, but you're small, you don't have the money to go get started in a big building.
Right.
We hope to find and get a big space where we can do small, sectioned out groups that
Sure.
can
have the opportunity to just get bigger
and support each other. They
Right.
can feed off each other. So
Sure.
if you do one widget, you do another widget, we can do something together.
Right. And so this is probably a question for both you and Drue. So what's the startup and tech scene kind of mean to you, and how have you seen it grow in the last, since you've been involved with it for the last couple of years here in San Antonio?
So I'm an Austin transplant, so I started out in
Boo, I mean, cool.
Yeah, it's interesting because I have I see so much potential. I love San Antonio. And at times I have a love-hate relationship with San Antonio because San Antonio, as much as I love it, it can also drive me crazy at times.
Sure, because the traffic's better and you get around easier.
Traffic's better, and you get around
For
easier,
now.
cost of living.
Gotcha.
And you got a lot of amazing people. You got a lot of amazing talent, creative, innovative people here. We've got an amazing city. I think one of the things that frustrates with San Antonio a lot of times is companies and organizations here don't realize the talent we have. When we lose it, they say, we don't have this talent, we need to import all this talent. When no, for God's sakes, don't they're right there in front of you.
Let's cultivate what's here.
Cultivate what's here, and grow the people that's here. We have a city that likes to cookie cut and say, okay, well, what we need for this job, you need to be put in this, and you have to have this skill set. And we have a glass ceiling in a sense where we don't want people to rise. We don't want to, in other ecosystems, you see people, I always hire people that are going to rise above me, and they're going to replace me.
Right.
And I'll move on to something else, but you want these people to grow. And we have a thing here where it seems where you get hired for a job, well, I want you to stay in that job, and that's what your career is, and your job's going to be that.
Right.
And so it's an interesting thing. So there's a lot of good to the city. There's some frustrating things, but I mean, the DoLab, the reason we started DoLab, the reason I wanted to do that is I've done a lot of R&D projects. When I came to San Antonio, I saw we have an amazing startup scene. We have some cool things. Geekdom's an amazing organization, and so grateful to Graham and Nick Longo for what they've started and put together. But one thing I saw is everybody here is complaining, there's no funding. We need funding. We don't have funding. And we have some great organizations like Geekdom Fund and San Antonio Angel Network. And I'm a member of the San Antonio Angel Network.
And Lift Fund, there's a lot of stuff actually.
There's a lot of things here, but there's some things for early stage. A lot of our funds here are designed for people with revenue. Mm-hmm. And so if you look at like Airbnb or some other ones, Airbnb, when they raised $8 million, they had $800 a month in revenue. People don't realize that. So, but it's also different. It's Silicon Valley. Wow. Something's different about it. So, but here, if you don't have revenue, it's hard to get things. So I thought, if you can't, instead of doing early stage funding, we can start a little lab, give them resources, give them access to tools. If they have to make a difference between paying their car note or hosting their servers, we have a rack of servers. You can host your servers for free and still pay your car note to keep your startup going.
Right.
So it's kind of like, hey, let's give you resources, let's give you the tools so you can put the money. If you can't afford swag and you go to an event, make the swag for free. Go to the dollar store, buy some mugs, laser engrave them with your logo for free, and you can still keep your startup going. So
And
that's what that startup is.
Who's helping pay for all the
Drue.
You're paying for everything?
I am right now. I'm paying for everything. I do it because I saw there's a lot of amazing things to see. There's a lot of amazing people in the city, and I think there's an opportunity. I want to see our startup scene grow, and so right now I'm open to any donations, any sponsors. I would love it because there's days where I have to literally work every extra consulting gig I can to keep things afloat. But right now, yeah, and Catapult staffing's been amazing. They sponsor the space over at Geekdom with me. So Catapult's been outstanding, and because they saw the potential. Look, if there's people in there that are building things, doing things, they may not be able to do a startup, but they'll be a great job. So they saw the value, and hey, recruiters should sponsor the space so we have a good filter on people. So they've helped with the space, but right now all the equipment and everything else is stuff I've been funding and paying for. So.
We've donated a lot of our own stuff, mostly his stuff for the time being. Once we have a bigger space, a lot of mine will come into it. Our time, I have a full-time job, and I come in there in the evenings or on the weekends and help out.
Cool. So if anyone wants to get involved and figure out how they can donate and help Drue out, for the love of God, you can go to DoLabSATX.org, and that's DoLabSATX.org. I'm sure they can contact you there, and then people can get a little bit more involved. We're going to take a quick break. Be right back with Bobby and JJ Radio.